So, hello. I'm going to be starting a new series called Let's Play Dyworld. So, I already started a world for Dyworld, and I called it Dymholt. Kind of a reference to Lord of the Rings. I don't know, just made this silly reference. But Dyworld's a very unique mod in that it's totally how do I put it? It's like Angel's mod, where it redoes a lot of the mechanics of the game. And initially it was kind of clunky, kind of used a lot of the vanilla ores and stuff, and seemed okay to play with. When it was using the vanilla ores, it was adding in some ores, like gold, and iron, and copper, and zinc, and all this other stuff. And like I said, it was okay. It was a little kind of like playing an extended vanilla. With some differences here and there. As of now, they've improved the dynamics of, or he has improved the dynamics of his mod by adding in unique ore, which acts very similar to Angel's mod ores, Bob's orbs, where you have 4 or 5 specific ores, and then you refine them for the iron and copper that you need to make things. The difference, though, is that the initial machines are just variations of the vanilla sprites. I think that maybe he's in developing his own unique sprites for some of the initial buildings that you will need. But then there are also some other buildings that he adds into the game with his mod that actually do have unique sprites, but they're much later in the game and are for more advanced purposes. Those buildings are for the metallurgy and stuff like that within the mod. So I've kind of already started the game, trying to figure out how everything works. And so we'll delve into this world that I made, and I'll explain some of the stuff that's already there. So, like I said, a lot of this is variations on vanilla sprites. For example, they call this Giant Chest a Warehouse. But basically what he did was he took the chest icon from the vanilla game, made it larger, and then changed the color. And the color is actually an indication of what ore you're using to make this stuff. So you can make everything out of materials from wood all the way to the advanced materials that the mod provides. Now, the really cool thing about this game is that he doesn't make it hard to make a resource like wood renewable right on the onset. This greenhouse here, it's really simple. You just feed some sort of assembling machine wood, it makes the seeds, and the seeds go into the greenhouse, and the greenhouse makes the wood. Now, you may be wondering why I have a whole bunch of centrifuges, quote unquote, flying around my base. Like I said, a lot of the buildings in the mod are just variations of the vanilla buildings, and one of the vanilla buildings variations that they use is the centrifuge, and the centrifuge needs to be used at the beginning of the game in order to do quite a few things. It's used to clean ore, it's used to clean sludge. If we go here, I was gonna have, oh no, yeah, this one, you see? I don't know why, but for some reason that, oh, it's because it doesn't have enough, that's why. So, used to clean sludge, I need 0.3 more in order to make that. It's used to Well, basically that's what it's used for initially. It's a centrifuge, and as the name says it's used to separate materials, which is the idea here. The weird part being that there isn't some sort of crushing mechanism beforehand, which would make a lot of sense. I mean, you're mining a chalcopyrite ore, and you're just immediately putting it into centrifuge. I don't know if it's going to change the dynamics of how that works, but for now, that's how it works. As of now, is what I mean. Now, unlike Angel's mod, where you have a separate coal ore, in Dyworld you have coal comes from this carbolicite ore. So in order to get a good amount of coal, you actually have to mine the carbolicite, filter out the carbolicite, and from that you get sulfur, coal, and sand, which is actually pretty cool. Have a and so here, I just turn around, pick up the coal that I need, turn around, put it into the machines that need it. And the thing is, with that being the case, it's actually made distributing the coal to the machines a little more complicated, because I don't necessarily know what I'm supposed to do. I've been putting everything into a storehouse there. So what I could do is run from the storehouse about up to here, turn around, and then do the splitter between iron and coal. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. Do I have enough iron to make enough belts to get there? That is the question. So, let's delve right in. So like I was saying, you can make each of these different buildings out of different materials. And depending on what material you make it out of, the stats of each of the buildings are different. Like, for example, buildings made out of copper, at least the production buildings made out of copper, are slower than the production buildings made out of iron, but the power buildings made out of copper are actually better than the power buildings made out of iron. So if you want to do things for powering your base, then you use copper, and I actually also I think gold is probably one of the ones that's better for power production. Let me just check on that for a second. If we go into here, and then we go here, and we go into more advanced, and we look at gold, we look at tin, there's zinc, silver's not good, okay, that makes sense. Lead is definitely not good, nickel, aluminum is, so you see it goes by the material properties, kind of, in real life of the materials. So aluminum, of course, wouldn't be a good production of energy, because aluminum is a metalloid, which means that it's neither, that at times it has a metal property, and at other times it has a non-metal property, and as such, pretty sure I was right there. Let me hold on a second. Well, like I was saying, as such, it doesn't produce energy very well. And lithium has the highest power rating, actually, which is actually pretty cool. So, and then when you research these different things here, it's for different types of processing. Zinc, aluminum, tungsten, silver. We can see where lithium is in terms of production, or in terms of lithium mining axe. Oh, I already did lithium processing. So we have dirty lithium ore, which then can be processed into stuff. Well, it's actually pretty awesome because I already have, I believe, dirty lithium in here. No, looking, oh, maybe not. Hold on. Okay, I have zinc, copper, nickel, and tin. So if I go around and but we can see where we can get the lithium from. Let's see. Go in here. So one way is to break down atoms. Another way is to actually, I think, separate ores. Here we go. Hematite cracking makes iron, nickel, and tin. Prolicotherium mining separation may make lithium. I don't know as of yet. Let me see. That's clean. Okay, no, dirty lithium looks like that. So if we go back to here. So no, Prolicotherium cracking does not make lithium. That one doesn't make lithium. Lead makes lead. Oh. It looks like bauxite ore cracking makes stone. Okay, so we need to. So I've been mining using bauxite to just make stone. At the same time, we could be having lithium chunks here. We have lead. Let's see. If we continue with sludge. Okay, so there are ways of getting lithium. Anyway, but for now, the real question is, do we have enough iron to make enough belts to get up to where I was? Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. Because that's going to go like that. And then that's going to go like that. And now so as you can tell, I've been making a pretty big mess here in order to get things started. I actually may take apart a whole bunch of this stuff to do some of the things I've been doing. So another really nice thing about this mod is it allows you to make filter inserters right off the bat. So I can make 4 of these guys pretty easily. Just do that. Also, the power poles, there's no more wooden poles when you activate this mod. So the closest thing to a wooden pole that you get is this iron pole, which has a wire reach of 8 and a supply area of 6. But you can make these, as I said, copper and probably lithium. If we make, if there's such a thing as a lithium power pole, which would be kind of funny and cool. But since this is supposed to kind of mimic reality. The copper poles do make sense, and they have the longest reach and also the largest supply area. So I'm gonna make one of these, supply that, turn around, click this, search for coal, hit coal, copy the setting here. Okay, what I wanted. So what we're going to do is make some more of these, make one of those. Actually, wait, no, not one of those. Make one of these. Why? Because the reach is less and you're not wasting it for such a small area. So we turn around, go like that. And then go like that. Bang. There we go. And now, how do you make... So the recipe for the transport belts is the same as in vanilla, which is actually kind of nice. So another thing that I have to mention about this mod is that there's different mining hardnesses for certain materials. So stuff made out of iron is hard, but the mining tools made out of iron does not have the strength to mine iron. In fact, the only thing that is hard enough to make iron but does not have as much durability is stone mining pickaxe right now from the onset. So definitely make a lot of stone and iron, because iron mines stuff faster, but in order to pick up all this stuff, and I may not move that one, I may move some, I don't know. Actually, this is such a, oh, I'm just gonna go through the mine patch, just go straight up here, and go across, I think. Cause this set mining, this mine patch is really weird. It's like mixed in and stuff. Anyway, okay. So I think I have a plan. I think all I need to do is go up here, skip over this, and go to the side. So, as I was mentioning, alright, and now I believe I have been saving some. No, I haven't. Okay. Well then, for now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a whole bunch of these power poles. And make sure that they're connected. So now all this is making iron plates. Now all I have to do is just So I'm also using this mod called Hell Mods. Now if we go into here, and we go into the production, okay. So right off the bat, I know the setup I have here is not going to work. So but I don't think any of this setup is going to work. But I could probably take it all down. I think for small amount of production, this setup is good, but for the setup I wanted to make, which is to make a ton of circuits in a very short amount of time, I'm going to need to start expanding down to that nicer hematite patch down there. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is going to mine up five centrifuge, 9,000 water. And it also needs 1.8 megawatts. Okay. If that is the case, I'm definitely going to need to do this research. So copper steam engine makes 503 kilowatts. Iron ore makes 459. But I am definitely going to have to make that research. Oh, and since I'm breaking this down, I can actually remove the transport belt that I was starting to bring up for the coal. Because actually I'm going down, not up. So and this is when a lot of these guys come in handy. So we start breaking this down. Okay, I want to make 600. Let's try this again. Where is this? Alright. So, Helmod mod helps you plan out all the stuff you need to do. So, what I could do is list the copper stuff first and then the iron, but I think I'm going to do the iron first and then the copper. So, we need dirty iron ore from hematite. Okay, so I can't plan out how many miners I need, but I can't plan out how much of that stuff. Now for the PCB, we do the 1-to-1. For the coil, we did the 1-to-1. For the wire, we do the 1-to-3. And for the copper plate, we do the 2 dirty copper to 1 copper plate. Then turn around and we say we want 600 of this per minute. So we need 5 centrifuges. Oh, I have to add copper dirty iron, dirty copper ore. So we need 2 centrifuges for that, and a total of 3 megawatts of power. So let's pin that to my board here. As of right now, I'm going to start changing this whole setup here. Because this stuff we have a lot of, and as such, it'll be easy to turn around and set up a proper base for this. This stuff I'm going to leave for now. Now, first and foremost, since we just finished steam power production, in a wind turbine. That's true. First thing I'm going to do okay, not the first thing I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm going to hope. Alright, first and foremost, megajoules to kilowatts. Megajoules to Then I can see how many accumulators I need. Okay. So if we look at this, we need 3 megawatts. Megawatts is million. So 3 million watts. 3 million watts. 1 watt is 1 joule per second. So that's 3 million joules per second. Which means that right now my power supply is 137 megajoules. So it's 137 million joules. 137 divided by 3 is 12, 4, 45.9? Around 46 seconds of power. In other words, in order for this to be an effective setup, I need a lot more power. So, let's see what we can do about that. Do that. The real question is what am I going to do here? Oh, okay. You see? We run out of these guys like crazy. So the blue accumulators are iron, the orange ones are copper. Right. Right now, nothing has power. First thing first. I need to set up a good solar power setup. So first and foremost, we start off with these guys. And we alternate between iron and copper. Okay. Now, since we have a pretty decently cool setup, we're going to make 3 more of the copper accumulators. Alright. Next, we're going to be putting down some more of these guys right next to the accumulator. And we're first going to start by putting these then I need to figure out how we're going to do the rest, honestly. Alright, do this. And that. And lastly, like that. So building this power setup may take quite a bit of time, actually. So I've introduced you to the beginning of this. I'm going to continue working on it offline as well, and try to get some of this stuff started up and prepared for next episode. So thank you for joining me on the beginning of this journey, and I will again hopefully make a new episode soon.